Hello. Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about something that's really cool that I've been doing since I think I was maybe 17 or 18. I had a family that I babysat for, and their anniversary was on New Year's. So every New Year's, I had a babysitting job for them for, I don't know, all through high school, I think. And then even after when I was in college, I came home and, yeah, because you're on break or whatever. So I babysat, made some money. Anyway, it's kind of a weird night to babysit because everyone's kind of doing something, and it seemed kind of dumb to babysit every year. But I started doing something every year that I looked forward to and made money doing it. Kids went to bed like 8 or 9 o'clock. Obviously, it's New Year's, so I babysat till like 1 or something. So every year I had about 5 hours, and I could watch the ball drop on the TV or whatever. But what I started to do was take my journal for the whole year and make a list of everything that I had like gone through. Look back at my calendar because I back then I had like my student planner or something for high school. I looked back and I made a list of everything I did, like sports or trips I did or things I was involved in, new friends I made, plans we had. I don't know, even simple stuff. And I made a list of everything I did. And then I went through my journal and kind of made a list of kind of things that were on my heart. And I just kind of looked at all of the activities and events as well as some of the more emotional stuff that was going on. And I just like wrote God a letter. I was like, Dear Lord, I can't believe. And I just kind of would like write through, I was just reflecting on all that had gone on and was kind of like, wow, that seemed so long ago, or that was so hard, but I understand now what you were doing. And I just compiled this letter to him every year that kind of processed my year in a way that I really wouldn't have seen unless I had stepped back and kind of looked at the year emotionally and, activity wise. I wouldn't have seen that unless I had stepped back. So anyway, I guess I've been doing that for a really long time. It's been, I don't know, 15, I don't know how many years, over 10 years I've been doing this. And I've just continued to do it, even though I didn't babysit anymore. When it comes December every year, I do the same thing. So last year I decided, well, I didn't decide actually. 2 years ago, I really felt it on my heart to try to help facilitate something that would help other people do this because I benefit so much from it that I wanted to help other people see maybe the struggles they had as gifts or maybe notice different people that were a part of their life and help them say thank you and I don't know, just facilitate an environment where people can step back, like I said. And why should I just do that for myself? So last year we did something with my church and I called it the Unique Women's Event. And it was a little opportunity for people to do that. We created a calendar so you can write, January, February, March, April for the whole year. You have little, space for each month to kind of write down the activities as well as maybe things emotionally. And then we created some questions to kind of help you look back and think through it. Not everyone can think that way on their own. So some questions just to help you process it. And we made these little packets and they were really cute and we're doing it again this year in about a month. So if you're in the area and you want to come, it's awesome. We're going to have lunch and it's free. But if you're not in the area and you want this packet, I would love to just email it to you or something so you can do it towards the end of the year. We do it in November just because as November, December with people's schedules get really busy and kind of gets hard to commit to something and I really want as many people to come as possible. But let me give you some examples of the questions we ask, okay? So here's some. What are some fun or sweet memories you've had of the year? Is there any particular problem or concern that has tainted the whole year and even impacted many other areas in your life? Like I said, these are just a few sample questions. They're not every question. If you could go back and change how you handled one situation or any situation, what would you have done differently and why? Who have you brought love, joy, support to this year? Let's see. Have you seen movement for better or worse in a circumstance, relationship, or struggle that began earlier this year and now looks different? It's just kind of, we don't really, unless you have a really good friend who's really good at asking good questions, we don't always think this way for ourselves. So this really is designed to help you think through things in a way that you might not have done so on your own, or you can't really leave it up to a friend to always, hey, let's sit down. I want to process everything you've gone through this year. This is, I'm sorry, this keeps moving. Okay, here's another example. How have you grown personally, spiritually this year? Who and what are you deeply grateful for that you look back and you're like, wow, my mom really played a big role in my life this year. I want to say thank you. And so part of our event is like we have thank you notes, and you can spend some time writing to people. And then the last question is are there any new perspectives gained that might help you anticipate the new year? Like, is there anything looking on this year, has it motivated you to do something different? Sometimes people look back and say, wow, I went through a lot this year, but I kind of isolated myself from relationships. This next year, I want to be more intentional with spending time with the people that really impact me and I know bring me a lot of encouragement. Or maybe you see something simple. Oh, wow, I read a lot of books this summer or this year, and I want to keep doing that. I want to make sure that's still part of my life. And it doesn't have to be really deep. But if you're interested in the packet, I would love to send it to you. Just message me or whatever, or comment. But also, if you want to come, I would love to have you. It would be great.